Just have to pop them up a little,
Right? I mean, but if we're learning something.
But you know what? It comes down to when you're talking one-to-one to person, you're communicating with the person. And I think the marketing aspect of it, you need the graphics and the hot girl on the beach and what was the Beach Body Ready? That to spark an interest to grab a lead. But I think what Wes is talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that once you're creating a service for somebody, it's a one-to-one communication.
Yeah, you get out of the 50 to 1 or something. When you get down, 50 to 1 is an education in a seminar setting. But by the time to do real business, you have to be belly to belly or kneecap to kneecap. Yeah. It's 1-to-1. About a minute left, Wes. Let's get this one question in there. Can you elaborate on the saying, a confused mind says no?
I'm confused.
No. That's why Dr. Bill says no.
So there's a guy, smart guy, Dan Ariely, wrote a book called Predictably Irrational. And he proved this. If you give somebody too many choices, their brain just goes into vapor lock. Okay, so In-N-Out Burger, right, you get burgers.
Right.
You don't get chicken, you don't get tuna, you don't get tofu. You get burgers, right? Do you want 1 or 2 patties or 3, or do you want a 4x4? Do you want cheese? Do you want onions? That's it, right? That's your order.
Simple.
You go to McDonald's and people, even though they've been to McDonald's 100 times, 1,000 times, they'll still stare at the menu for 10 minutes because there's too many choices. So a confused mind says no. So if you think you're doing somebody a service by giving them this big, huge menu, and in reality, you're just confusing them. They don't want to make the wrong decision, so they make no decision.
And that can be the wrong decision.
Right.
Interesting. Great information. So give them less choices. Walk them to the answer, I guess, is really the bottom line. And the bottom line, I tell you every day, is to set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. If you want more information about Wes Schaefer and the Sales Whisperer and his podcast, I'm going to put some information about his podcast right there, Ron Siegel Radio on Facebook. Thanks to all of our sponsors. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions, call me anytime, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or RonSiegelRadio.com. Remember, make a lot of money, help a lot of people. Have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM. The station that leaves no listener behind.
I'm Chris Maurer, CNBC Business Radio. Stocks are sharply higher. The Dow's up 185 points. The Nasdaq higher by 64. The number of Americans filing new jobless claims continues to hover near a 15-year low. Applications fell by 1,000 to 264,000. And the Producer Price Index for April fell 0.4%. Kohl's says it was hurt in the first quarter by the unusually cold and snowy February weather in much of the country. The department store chain posting sales that missed analyst expectations. JCPenney posting a narrower than expected quarterly loss after selling more clothing and women's handbags. Shake Shack posting a surprise quarterly profit. That's despite raising prices for its hormone and antibiotic-free hamburgers. And Avon stock jumping today after a regulatory filing from a firm said it made a bid on the beauty company for 3 times its market value, but Avon says it hasn't received an offer.
I work for a Fortune 500 company. I've been exposing sensitive business documents for over 15 years. Some share vital information for money, others to expose wrongdoing. My reasons are different. Why do I do it? I need to print stuff, and sometimes I forget to pick it up. Is that so wrong?
Unattended documents can make your printer one of your company's greatest security risks. Learn how to gain control of document security at nuance.com/gain control.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Fridays just got fabulous.
Don't forget to reserve a seat in the Happy Hour Lounge with Ben and Alexander every Friday at 6 p.m. on KCAA 1050 AM.
Good afternoon, 203 Mark Westwood taking a look at Inland Empire traffic. Well, we got an accident blocking the left shoulder out in Highland, California 210 eastbound approaching the 330 freeway. Out in Ontario, an accident blocking the shoulder as well, I-10 eastbound at Haven Avenue. And in Riverside, the lucky winners on the 215. Stop-and-go traffic northbound between Highway 60 and Highway 91 and Columbia Avenue. That's a look at traffic. Taking a look at weather. Well, looks like a 70% chance of thundershowers and rain by tonight here in the Inland Empire. It's going to remain that way through the weekend. A chance of showers diminishing down to about 30%. Otherwise, cloudy and cooler temperatures with highs only about 65 on Saturday. Lows in the upper 40s. Welcome to May, right? Currently, it is 60 degrees at KCAA. On the only station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Miss one of your favorite shows? Don't worry, we've got your radio DVR right here on KCAAradio.com. Log on and listen to any show you want, anytime you want, on KCAA 1050 AM. KCAA proudly presents The Poorman Show.
You were in rehab. I heard that you were in rehab.
Is this like an old radio rating trick or something?
If it is, it's not working.
It's time for
Radio Hidden Back. Is there anybody in the Inland Empire who can call our show that's actually in the Inland Empire, where we broadcast to? Okay, we got somebody else. Hold on here. Let's get somebody else on here. Hello? I think you need to get a little angry or frustrated like you did before.
We've been off since about 1.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Because I didn't want you getting upset. I wanted you to continue with your lovely show.
What? It smells like an outhouse in here.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And if I can't run
this is our
show
radio
the
station,
right
and
way,
you will run it like a professional.
I can't hear anything in the room, by the way, because I can't hear you guys. I honestly can't. Do you have regular bowel movements?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen.
You really never know what's gonna happen. Here's the Poor Man.
And what an amazing show we're going to have today. This is just loaded, folks. The biggest guest grouping we've ever had here on the Poor Man Show. In just a matter of moments, Academy Award-winning actress Susan Sarandon is going to be calling in. Then at the bottom of the hour, we have Linda Gross, who is a author, and is going to be telling guys how you can manage women, guys, how you can get babes, and the secret to scoring with women. She's coming on. And then at 2:45, we're going to have Nick Ziegler from the 4019s, formerly of Mary's Danish. He is going to be bringing on Dave Newton from the Mighty Lemon Drops. And those of you who remember the years and the good old days of K-Rock will probably remember the Mighty Lemon Drops. And not only that, Di isn't here today. So the guy that in the intro to the show, the funniest part that goes, "You'll treat this like a professional radio station." Right. Mark Westwood, the program director, is actually at the controls today. So Mark, I hope you have the biggest meltdown ever and we lose every guest. That
I'll
would
have
be
to fire
tremendous.
Myself. Yeah, that would be funny. But
that is the funniest part of that intro, because you were so mad at me that day. Because I remember something went wrong, and of course, as usual, I melted down, and I think I wanted to run commercials for the last half hour of the show, and you came in there and go, "No!"
No, and before I got on the microphone, I was saying other words that we had to use the bump button for too. But yeah, we got over that though. We got over that, right? You don't hold a grudge, right?
No, not even. It's just radio. Usually by the end of the show, I'm fine, but the problem is the owner or the general manager isn't fine, and that's when I get fired. So, but you're the same way, I think, as I am. Once it's done, we move on.
That's right. Hey,
so
I got to answer the phone here. I believe I have our.
It might be Susan Sarandon.
Yes.
Boy, this is exciting. I mean, Academy Award-winning actress for Dead Man Walking. She's been in so many movies. I don't think I've ever met Susan. It's possible, though, with all my years in radio. Maybe I have, but I don't think so. And she's doing a really incredible campaign now. I think she's actually in San Bernardino near the station. Imagine if she had come by the Dawn of the Dead Mall and done the interview from the station itself. Anyway, Mark's answering the phone, so she'll be calling in literally, I think, supposedly in about 2 minutes. And we'll find out what she's involved in. It's very cool.
Hey, Poorman.
Is Susan with us, Mark, or is that somebody else?
Yeah, she's with us.
Oh, Susan.
Hey.
Hello, Susan.
Long time no hear. How are you?
Susan Sarandon. My gosh, it's been way too long. Have we ever met before? I was wondering.
Did you father a child of mine? No, I don't think we knew each other.
That would be good if we had a child together. You know what I was thinking before we get into what you're doing, which is great. I've thought about it, and I think you might be single, and I was thinking you and I would probably get along pretty well if we dated. So I wouldn't mind asking.
I live in New York.
So do I. I live in New York and in L.A.
Oh, do you? Well, aren't you clever?
He's bi-coastal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I think you'd like me. Us radio guys,
what
we can
do you
always
have to recommend you if I'm going to date you? I don't know.
Listen, we would have fun. I promise you that. But
yeah.
I'll contact your people. I don't have any people. My people are just me. But who knows,
I don't
right?
have any people unless you. I don't have people. I don't have a publicist. What people are you talking about? The InnovAge people?
The InnovAge people. Well, let's get right into that because that's amazing. Apparently, this started with your mom when she was 92 years old, probably before then. But you are really into senior citizens getting well cared for, whether they stay in their homes or they go into homes themselves.
Yeah, right. I mean, InnovAge has been around for 25 years, but I found out about them, and then it certainly hit a core because of my mom, who is 92 and who wants to live safely but also independently, and we've been struggling trying to find. She's unfortunately in Virginia, so she can't take advantage of InnovAge because there isn't anybody there yet. It made me very sensitive, of course, to the issue of trying to find a way to be safe in your home, and they specialize, they customize all their services, so that's very, very important. It's not just a blanket thing, and the facility that I'm in here is just amazing because they have everything under one roof, and they pick you up, and they bring you here, and you can get your dental and your medical and your physical therapy, and if you're a little confused, they can take care of those people too, and so it's a very nice place.
And you're in San Bernardino right now. That's where the InnovAge facility is, right?
That's what I think. I'm in San Bernardino. Yes, I don't know my way around too well. It's raining here now, which is nice.
Describe your surroundings, and we'll tell you if you're in San
Bernardino. Yeah, actually, the station is located in San Bernardino. It's quite the city. I call the place where we broadcast the Dawn of the Dead Mall. Susan, you would not even believe it. It's a mall that at one time, the Carousel Mall, was thriving, and now it's completely deserted. It's because of the economy back in, I guess, 5-10 years ago. And they have like an empty Sears, an empty Macy's. You could almost shoot Night of the Living Dead there.
Well, they should shoot something there. It sounds like it could be a studio.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. So with InnovAge, then it's so people that would have elderly people that they care for. Would they go to the website? Is that how they?
Yeah, they should go to the website. What is the website? www. What? InnovageCares.com. That's easy. And you can see all kinds of examples, and you can see me doing little webisodes or whatever they call them, and other stories of some of the people that have come here. But if you think of how you would drop your kids off to school, it's the same kind of idea. You don't have to worry about them, and then they're delivered back to you. So you get a break during the day, and in the meantime, you know that they've got nurses and doctors on call and dentists and people. Social life here. There's some socializing that's going on, and I mean, my mom. Everybody has to take her everywhere to fight with the person with her hearing aid. Guy that's just awful, and we're always kind of worried that she, doesn't have what she needs because even though I've got somebody coming in, she's gone through a number of those people. So we're always kind of interviewing and trying to find people that can, give specialized care for her, but not necessarily medical care, but that's someone that's there that can do the little things, like help you with your birds or make your breakfast or something.
I think it's awesome you're doing that. I'm very lucky. My parents are both, my dad's like 91 and he's got more brain cells left than I did. Of course, he wasn't smoking pot like a choo-choo train when he was younger either. But
but is he physically okay? Is he
he really is. It's amazing. This guy,
wow, that's a good gene pool.
Huh?
I said that's a good gene pool.
Yeah, but I mean, with what you're doing, I think it's wonderful that you're doing that. And I wanted to ask you, but obviously you're just a great actress. You're one of my favorites, and you've done so many great movies. And I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but do you have a favorite role that you've done?
Well, I have to say the most fun and the first really role that kind of was bigger than I was Annie Savoy in Bull Durham, and I really had a good time, and I was treated very respectfully, and I had an even stand with Kevin and Tim. As a woman in films, you're not always treated with the most respect. You're not always invited to dailies, or you're not. It's different for women still. And but that was a while ago, and then of course, it led to 2 boys that I had, and so I have good memories there. Dead Man Walking, I found the book.
Right, that's where you met Tim Robbins, right? Was on
Bull
Durham.
Yeah,
your former husband. Bull Durham.
We didn't get married, but yes. And
okay.
And then when I did Dead Man Walking, I had developed that from the book, and so that was very satisfying. But of course, it wasn't. It was not. One couldn't say that it was the same kind of fun as Bull Durham, but it was great when it turned into a big hit, and it was great that it caused a discussion and a conversation, and that Sister Helen's book sold more and more and more. So I'm very pleased that I found that and nurtured that and produced that and got that going. But in terms of just characters that are fun, I have to say probably Bull Durham, to have 2 guys fighting over you and be able to kind of take every cliche about romantic comedies and turn it and flip it. He's a great writer, Ron Shelton, and we did a reading of it fairly recently in LA and on stage one night, and that they do at the museum, and it's still held up. I mean, it's just so well written.
It's funny. I just got a text from the Mad Texter. I got this guy who texts me like 50 times every show, and he says Bull Durham by far was the best baseball movie ever.
Oh, I think it is pretty good. Yeah.
But it's funny how you picked that role, but you won the Academy Award as best actress for Dead Man Walking with Sean Penn.
Right. Well, anything that's funny, it's pretty hard to get an Academy Award nomination. You have to either have an illness, an infirmity, something wrong with you, or, be very tragic. That's taken much more seriously. But now there's 10 films instead of 5, so I guess that changed things a little bit too. But they don't, a film like Bull Durham isn't taken as seriously as something where everyone suffers.
Right. And you actually did a parody I was reading about. I didn't see it. I'm going to see it with the Late Late Show and the new host James Corden. On Thelma and Louise with alternate endings, right?
Yes, we did. That was the night before last. I think you can find it online. We did alternate endings for Thelma and Louise with him acting as Gina.
Right after you kiss Gina and the car's flying off the cliff, you have different results.
Right, but don't give it away.
No, I won't. But no way on that. How was that doing that with James Corden? He seems like he's a really talented guy.
Yeah, he was fun. I don't have a TV, so I hadn't really seen the show, but it was really, really nice to. They were great, and he's very funny. And then I ran into Justin Bieber, who plays ping pong at Spin all the time, and is a really good ping pong player, because he came in just to play the drums. So I'm hoping, if anybody's listening to this and they want to invest a lot of money in Spin San Francisco, I'm looking for a big investor. Justin, I'm trying to talk him into it, but because he's really a good and avid and loves ping pong.
Right, and he's also got
which, by the way, to bring it back to Innovage,
yes,
is very good in terms of aging because you move and it's very good for your hand-eye coordination, but also uses your left and right brain. So a lot of people introduce ping pong in places where there are people that are aging.
Also, I want to get your thoughts too on the fact you did play Sister Helen in Dead Man Walking with Sean Penn, and now, as I understand it, this Zarayev guy, the Boston Marathon bomber who caused such havoc at the finish line of the marathon. Apparently, I guess Sister Helen's been talking to him to see if he's worthy of getting life in prison or the death penalty. I just wanted to know what your thoughts are on that.
Well, she did. She met with him 7 times or so, and he's quite young. And she said he is completely sorry and upset about what happened. And they asked her to testify to that, and she did. And, of course, if you're against the death penalty, the point of Dead Man Walking is that, every life, no matter what you've done, you don't teach people not to kill by killing people. And so if you're against the death penalty, you are against the death penalty, and you don't make exceptions for that. But she really was there not to talk about the death penalty as much as to testify as his spiritual advisor to why his life should be spared.
And do you believe that his life should be spared? Just you, Susan Sarandon?
I'm against the death penalty. I'm against killing. I'm against war. I'm against everything. I don't think anything good comes out of murder in any form.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Well, Susan, you are absolutely awesome. I'm serious. I would like to
maybe this was our first date.
Yeah, I really want to ask you out on a date. I'm not doing this for a publicity stunt. I honestly think you and I would get along well. Now, I'm not 31 years...
I know why you're thinking that.
Huh?
What? Yeah, no, I'm not going to get into it. Go ahead.
Right. No, I was going to say I'm not 31 years younger than you are, like your last boyfriend. I am younger.
30. It was only 30. Don't make it even worse. Come on.
You knew that was destined to be doomed, though, Susan. Come on. That can't work.
No, I did not, but I don't talk about my private life, so you're not going to get any more from me on that.
All right. The only thing private is I really do want to get a date with you. So who would I contact? I mean, without giving it up on the air. When I get back to New York.
If you can't figure that out, you don't deserve to get in contact with me.
You're funny, man. You're awesome. Okay, well, I'll let you go. It's great talking to you. And again, it's innovage.com where they can get more information on doing things for senior citizens, right?
InnovageCares.com.
InnovageCares.com. Okay, thank you so much.
INNOVAGE, cares.com. Okay.
All right,
Bye.
Susan, you enjoy your trip to San Bernardino. I'm sure check out the sites. There's an In-N-Out Burger down the street. You'll love it.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. And now it's raining. It's even more interesting. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Take care. Anybody who thinks I'm not going to follow that up, you got something to.
You will have to be really nice to me now because I have the information you are deserving and desiring.
It's funny how she talked about the boyfriend that was 31 years younger, right? That was funny.
Oh yeah, something about 30 goes into 60, but then say, I'm not even gonna go there. Hit my own bump button. Hey, I've got Bob and Randy on the radio here on the phone. Would you like to talk with them?
Who are Bob and Randy? We'll put them on.
From Exit Realty. He's on next after your show. And he just wanted to come on the show and say hello, and I don't know what he has to say. Hey, Bob.
Bob,
are you there?
Bob, are you there? From Susan Sarandon to Bob.
Bob Radio.
To Bob, who's not. Why don't we take a break? Because we got like 4 commercial breaks. Do you have the spots all ready to go by chance?
Spots? Oh, yeah, I do.
The thing that pays our bills. And by the way, I owe Fred money, the owner of the station. You know that, Mark.
Yes, I do. Make the check payable to Mark Westwood.
Right. Now, coming up in a few minutes, we do have Linda Gross calling in, Managing Women. This is going to be a good one, too, as we continue here on The Poor Man Show.
I'm Scott Schwartz, and with me, my clients always come first. If you've been injured on the job, I can help. The Schwartz family has been representing injured workers throughout the state of California for more than 50 years. We do it with integrity, and that has earned us an excellent reputation among peers, adversaries, and our clients. Call me at 800-550-1836 for a free consultation. The insurance company doesn't have your best interest in mind. I do, and you don't pay unless we win. Call now so we can get started on your workers' comp claim. 800-550-1836. You don't pay unless we win.
Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman Show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesorama, thank you. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-975-0944. That's 626-975-0944. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, life 315. Javita Coffee.
Hey man, my new favorite band Stavros has a new CD out called Ordinary World featuring the single 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where can she be? And get tripping with its wickedly great song Mailbox. Man, that's Stavros with their new CD, Ordinary World, at iTunes and Amazon. Get it, man.
The bumper music you're listening to is brought to you by Stavros. Go to their website, rosielynn.com. That's ROSIELYNN.com.
We're rolling on here. You know, Mark Westwood, I got to thank you because you hooked up that interview with Susan Sarandon. That was clutch, dude.
My pleasure. My pleasure. That was a great interview, by the way. She is such a delight.
So cool. And you know what? It sounds like she's single. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I honestly think that I could go out with her. And I'm not saying that for a publicity stunt. You know how you just kind of get the vibe sometimes?
Yeah, I think you'd have your hands full, poor man.
Oh, she'd be a diva. I mean, she would make me look like the easiest guy to get along with, probably, right?
Yeah, she'd rap you. That's
all. Oh yeah. I mean, you know, but that would be exciting, and she couldn't get away. Oh, I live in New York. And I go, so do I.
It's like, whoa, she's caught.
Yeah, if she saw my one-bedroom apartment with mice running around it, I'm sure she'd be real impressed.
Well, you know, New York apartments are expensive, so you know, if you've got a mouse, you might be paying a little extra for that. I think.
Yeah, I'm not lying about that. By the way, we have somebody texted. But if you guys want to text me about anything, you can text my cell phone 949-870-6155. We're waiting on Linda Gross. She's going to be my next guest. Fan number 27 wants to know what happened to Di. And Mark, you know, you might want to mention we did fire her, right?
No, she's just. I told her she was going out the door, and this is the truth. Our Kcaa truck is out for. It's a 4-wheel drive that we use to take the fuel up to the transmitter, and it's the 4-wheel drive's out, so it's in the shop being fixed. So I says, don't feel bad, Di. We sent the truck in to be fixed too. She's actually at the doctor. So
yeah, she's going to the doctor's. Actually, she's got kind of a serious medical thing that we'll find out about, but. You know what's so funny? I had to talk to her the last 2 days. I'm talking to you this way because she's not here, but she was really freaked out that you were going to fire her. I'm serious. I'm serious. She was worried that she goes, I don't think I'm supposed to talk anymore. And I go, you've got to talk because we don't get any calls. I mean, who would I talk to? You know, the mouse. So,
well, with the right drugs, you could.
Right. She's scared of you though, Mark. She goes, you know, he was acting really weird. Mark, by the way, if you're just tuning in, this is the program director for this radio station. So he did hire Di. So she was all freaked out. And I think she called Fred, the owner, and she had me. I had to talk to her. But I think when I talked to her, this is after she went home. She had about 8 rum and cokes. I think she's a closet Trevor the Drunk or something.
I have, to this day, not fired anyone because by the time I get around to doing it, somebody else has done it for me.
Right, but you're always threatening to, though. I mean, but you know what? But in the end, you don't. Right?
I've never said the word. I'm going to fire you if you do this. Never.
By the way, we have another text about Susan Sarandon, who we just interviewed on the show. If you missed it, you can catch it on the podcast. Caesar in San Diego goes, dude, hook that up, because I said I wanted to date her. She's got some sweet knockers. Ha ha. Yeah, if you look at my Facebook page, she does have some pretty good knocks. Even at her age, it would be fine. So anyway, yeah. So Di is not being fired. She's just gone to the doctor today. And by the way, newsflash, it's raining, folks. It is raining. I'm in Newport Beach doing this broadcast, and it is just pouring right now in Newport. Just absolutely pouring rain, which is great. I hope it rains for days. We sure need it here in Southern California. So let's see. I can talk to SH about Mark Westwood right now. He can't hear me.
SH? What? No.
He's talking to somebody on the phone. You can hear him in the background.
You can really hear me in the background?
It took you a while.
Oh,
is that Linda Gross? Is she on there?
No, that was Brett, and I don't know how to say his last name, Bukather.
Brett in Sacramento?
Brett in Sacramento, but he just hung up. He wanted to have a date with me, and no, just kidding.
Oh, really?
No.
Is that something that would apply to your plumbing?
No. Only the 4-wheel drive truck is in for servicing. I'm just.
Oh, listen to Todd from Vegas goes, weak that she wouldn't talk about her ex or any other interesting topic and only stuck to promoting her business. She talked about her ex-boyfriend. She also talked about she's against the death penalty. I mean, what else did you want her to do?
And this was more like a cause that she's involved with,
Right. I guess Todd's right. I probably could have just, slammed her, asked who she had sex with most recently, and I don't know.
I'm hearing all this water rain. Is it raining there?
Oh, it's raining like crazy where I'm at.
I can actually hear that over the air here.
Can you really hear it?
Right.
Yeah.
I
don't know. What do you think, Mark? Do you think I should have gone more hardcore with her?
No, because you know what? If you get a rep like that, then you can't get good guests on. People don't understand that if they're fearful of you, that you're going to really tear them apart. You can't get good guests on.
Yeah, I mean, what would be hardcore anyway? I mean, what would I ask her that would have been? So, Todd, text me what you would have asked. I mean, we did ask about the boyfriend who was 30 years younger. I did address that. And she said she's not going to get into it. I mean, I could have tried to get into it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm softening it. I'm never really that hard on my guests. I'm harder on the callers.
I think you're good. I think you're good with women, I think, most of the time.
Yeah. Todd is texting me right now to tell me what I should have asked. You never can do the perfect interview, by the way. It's just impossible.
Never. And that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. You always strive to be better, and that's why things are better, man.
Okay, he said, no, I think you did fine asking questions. She just wouldn't answer. But she did kind of, though. And listen, the main thing is if I can take her out on a date, that might be cool.
I mean, you don't have too big of shoes to follow. She was kind of dating Justin Bieber.
Oh, I know. I should have asked her more about Bieber, huh? That I could have done.
Hey, there was a poll out that we were just talking about on the morning show yesterday, talking about how the Bieber is so over, and that if you mention the Bieber in schools and stuff, that they're the kids don't even want to talk about Bieber.
Right. She was just hitting him up for money for that whatever the spin thing is that she was referring to.
Well, she's going for a new record, maybe 30 years, 40 years. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Bieber is 21. I should have asked her about that. Are you going to date Justin Bieber? I bet Bieber would do her. What do you think? For sure he would.
Bieber would do a tree. He's
Yeah, he'd do a tree.
Hey, I don't know. Should we go to a break or talk to
Linda Gross? Yeah, let's go to another
Gross?
break. We're waiting on Linda Gross.
She's here, by the way.
Somebody else just texted me. Well, I'll read this text when we get back. Okay, so we'll be back here in a minute, and hopefully we'll have Linda Gross on to talk about wimpy men that don't get chicks.
Negative items in your credit reports can keep you from financing a new home or a new car. They can even jeopardize you from getting that dream job you always wanted. At Easy Choice Financial, we don't think that's fair. And we're credit repair experts who specialize in permanently removing negative items off your reports so you can live the life you deserve. We're so good, we guarantee an improvement in your credit score in 6 months or you'll get a full refund. It's that easy. Call us today at 888-655-6768 or learn more at easychoicefinancial.com. Call 888-655-6768 for your free consultation. Easy Choice Financial is licensed and bonded and has been doing credit repair for over 18 years. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. When I say Wave Tools, you think surfboards, right? But not just any surfboards. We're talking boards that just work better. Since Lance Collins polished off his first surfboard in 1969, Wave Tools has been cranking out the best boards money can buy for all of SoCal and beyond. Come check out what a real surf shop is all about. Real surfers hanging out any time of day at Wave Tools Surfboards. Customize that new board with a look that screams you. Wave Tools Surfboard in Costa Mesa. Go to wavetoolssurf.com or call 949-631-0887. The crew is ready to assist you. 949-631-0887. The music of Kcaa Fallen. His second album, Atmospheric Disturbances. The powerful melodic energy that is Kcaa Fallen. On the college radio charts for months, Atmospheric Disturbances. Discover Kcaa Fallen. Buy the CD at Target stores and online at Amazon.com. Downloads available in the iTunes Store. Get more info at KcaaFallen.com. Bumpers on the Poor Man Show are provided by Kcaa Fallen Music. Go to KcaaFallen.com.
And this is the music of Kcaa Fallen that you are hearing in the bumper right now. And on the line, one of my newest sponsors, a woman who is going to be busting the proverbial ball sack of men, who does that for a living. It's Linda Gross. Linda.
Hi, Poorman. It's so good to be on. I'm glad you're back. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I mean, this is our best day ever. You get to follow up Susan Sarandon.
I love it.
Yeah. So, okay, let's get right to it, Linda. You have both a book and a teaching course where you explain. I don't know everything about what you do, but I know you've interviewed 20,000 guys. And what is your issue?
My issue is when I was interviewing these guys, I had them write in, like, what are your problems, your hang-ups, your roadblocks? Like, why aren't you successful with women? And it was, I did it anonymously and discreetly, and they were able to write in their questions to their heart's content. And from that, it was just amazing how many responses I got, similar responses to the same question by the guys over and over and over again. After I got about 500 answers the same way to the same question, I thought, holy cow, I'm like really onto something. And then I kept going, and it was like 1,000 answers that were answered exactly the same way by these men. So then I decided to couple the questionnaires that the guys were giving me with my academic background. I do have a degree in psychology from UCLA, and I started to do the research, all the university studies, and scoured probably about 1,000, university studies on the topic. And I married the two together. I married the academic research with all the questionnaires, like what does the average guy on the street want to know? Married those two things, and that's what became the birth of the book.
And the book is called?
The book is called Mastering Women, The Real Truth About Women. So you're going to discover, men kept writing to me to say, women are so complicated, they're so different, How can you put out a program that works for all women? It just doesn't make any sense. Well, I took all the mystery out of it, and because of the academic research that I did behind this topic, I was able to boil it down to 4 easy steps that it's my contention that any guy can do it. As long as he has these 4 elements in his game plan, he's good to go. You can
What are the 4 elements?
Woman.
What are the elements?
Yeah, so the elements are, the first one is confidence. Women need confidence like they need air. So it's not necessarily that, we like the bad boy or like the bad boy trait. No, it's not necessarily that we need the bikes and the tats and the abs and, all his rotten traits. That's not what we're craving. What we're craving is the confidence that those types of guys have.
But the thing is, okay, I would agree with you, but Mike from Menifee, who I wanted to have come on with you, he's a 32-year-old virgin who's never even French kissed a woman. He said, well, I can't be on the air. I'll say this briefly about myself. I'm insecure and have very low self-confidence. I also have difficulty with basic social skills. I am obese. My pictures on Facebook and the fan pages. Convey what I've written to the doctor, please. Well, Linda's not a doctor, but how, if you don't have confidence, how do you get the confidence?
That's a good question, and I spend several chapters in the book, answering that very question. And so to that I say, forget about the women for a minute, because it's not about the women. My male colleagues, that are in this business, that they try to teach men, they try to say fake it till you make it. That doesn't work. I mean, it really doesn't work. If you're shy, you're shy. It's not going to work. There's no amount that's going to make you all of a sudden be good with women. So what I do is the confidence, what I teach them is the confidence has to come from within. So I teach the guy how to get it from within.
So do you think you could?
Usually, the guy who is shy has nothing going on in his life. That's 99% of the problem right there. So I tell him, let's discover something that you're good at, or your passion, or your hobby, or some kind of sport that you're good at. Let's discover what is Jim all about, and let's expand that. So, in fact, I'm dealing with a guy right now, one of my clients right now, and he's ready to commit suicide. He's in a dead-end job. He hates his life. He hates people. He's very shy. He wants to have a girlfriend. Doesn't have the first clue. So the first part of my session with him, I tried to pull out from him, well, what are you good at? Like, what were you good at when you were 8 years old? Let's go there. Because usually when you're 8 years old, you're not thinking about suicide. Life is still pretty good. Life doesn't go downhill for those type of people until they're in puberty. So let's say 12, 13, 14, those are the critical ages where somehow or another these guys have decided that life is not worth living.
Hey, what's number 2 of the 4 steps?
Yeah. So number 2 is connect with her. So what that means is you have to find something in common first before you walk over there. So look around the room. You're eating onion rings. She's eating onion rings. So let the onion rings be the icebreaker. Like,
how about you're horny, she's horny?
Well, you can't put it out there exactly like that right off the bat, can we? I guess today you can.
Okay, and what's number 3?
Number 3 is caring. In other words, you have to give a rat's ass. Because if you don't care about her, it's not going to work. Right? She's not your girl,
can you
so
fake it? Can you fake the caring?
Why fake it? Why not really care about her? If this is really the girl you want to go after, I mean, let's get your blood pumping here. It's like
wonder if you just think she's hot.
Yeah.
Wonder if you just think she's hot, and that's what you're into.
Well, if that's what you're into, then I mean, if you're just down for just having sex with her, that's cool too. So just focus on something about her that you care about.
Okay, and
that'll
number
be
4.
An element to win her over. And
number
then lastly is character. So what that means is do the walk. Say what you mean what you say. So if you have no intention of getting into a relationship with her, be straight up about it. Like say it like you mean business. Like you're like 110% confident with how you deliver with what you're saying. So a guy can pretty much get away with anything as long as it's said with honesty and character.
And it's
but
funny.
A lot of guys don't believe that. So they start lying and deceiving and all this bullshit that doesn't work.
Okay, don't use the BS word on the radio, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We bleeped it. Okay, so now give us how people can reach you, because you teach the courses and you have the book.
Yes, they can find me on my website, themensadvocate.com, themensadvocate.com. The name of the book is Mastering Women. It's sold on Amazon. You can get the ebook, or you can get the paperback book. It's also sold at Book Soup in West Hollywood and a few other stores near West Hollywood. So, and follow me on Twitter, DT4M. That's short for Dating Tips for Men. So it's DT, the number 4M.
Okay, I'm getting all kinds of texts here at my cell phone, 949-870-6155. So, I'll read these to you. So are you conceding, based on your book title, that men do have to master women, that women need a man to make the decisions?
Yes. It doesn't have to be like our grandpa's days where it was like totally lopsided, where it was like 90% the guy and 10% the woman. I'm not talking about manipulation or domination, but I'm talking that the guy has to be at least 1% more of a guy than the woman. He has to take charge, he has to lead only by 1%. Just a slight difference there.
Okay, Pat Matthews, my Mr. Announcer, my producer, says, ask Linda to give you some tips on being able to get a date with Susan Sarandon. In my interview with Susan, I told her I thought we should go out.
Did you tell her why?
I just said I thought we would have not exactly. I just said I think you and I would get along really well. I just have a weird feeling that we would really have a lot in common and have fun. And then I said, I'm not 31 years younger like your previous boyfriend, but and she said, no, it was only 30. But I said, but I am younger.
Yeah, I would personalize it.
Did I blow it, Linda?
No, you didn't blow it. There's still time. Just because you didn't do it on the first go round, you have another shot. What the heck?
Right, well, I asked her on the air, so it wasn't like I had all day anyway.
1,000 kilowatts.
Oh, and by the way, the last question for you, because then we got so much. We're going to have you back on, so don't worry about this. I have not had, me personally, and I'm not lying to you, I have not had sex since 2003. And when I, as confident as I am on the radio, which, well, depending on the day, but it's funny, when I walk up to women, I feel like I'm a guy who's wandering through the desert that hasn't had a drink. I swear, women can glean that I have the lean and hungry look, and I'm defeated before I begin.
Yeah. You know what? You have a lot to draw from, and just like my guy who's, was going to commit suicide there before my time, you were on the radio back in the day when, now everybody's on the radio. They're in the kitchen table, on an internet connection doing the radio. But you got on the real radio. So you need to draw from the confidence that you have in your radio career. And
yeah, but I got fired.
Advantage with women.
I got fired, though. That's not confidence building.
I know, but you have to look past that. Just look, you're back on the air again, so you did it again. So obviously you reinvent yourself.
All right. Well, Linda, we are going to talk to you again, and thank you so much for being a sponsor. So we'll talk afterwards and get you back on next week for more, okay?
Oh, that sounds great. My people will love it. And so will
Linda
yours.
Gross. Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Gross. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Too many men are wimps.
Linda Gross loves men. Bet that got your attention. Linda is a men's advocate who has helped many men get their balls back, and she can help you. Her proven coaching techniques will skyrocket your confidence and boost you into action in 4 sessions or less. Stop being stupid with girls, in business, or dump a lifelong problem. Go to themensadvocate.com or email Linda info@themensadvocate.com. Mention the Poor Man Show and get 15 minutes free. Also, pick up Linda's book, Mastering Women, on Amazon. Get the straight talk from the woman who knows. So you got your taxes done and filed on time, or maybe not. Now is not the time to panic, though. I've got the solution, and they're right here in the Southland. Wynn Coop & Associates been in the business of serving OC and IE accounting and bookkeeping needs for more than 30 years. Whether you're a small or large business or an individual who needs info and help with trust management, accounting, and tax returns, Wynn Coop & Associates can help. Oh, and the initial evaluation is free. Call 949-851-1632. That's 949-851-1632. Or go to WynCoopCPA.com. That's WYNKOOP CPA.com. Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
And this is the music of the 4019s, and it leads us into our next segment. What a day on this Poor Show. By the way, if you're watching it on Ustream, look how messy the new Poor apartment is here in Newport. I've only been here 3 weeks, and it's just getting to be as messy as the New York place. I need Susan Sarandon to do some cleaning. Linda Gross, man, she could just whip any guy into shape. All right, so with the 4019s, we segue into the drummer of the 4019s. Nick Ziegler is on the line with a special guest, Dave Newton, from the band that I used to play on KROQ back in the 80s and 90s, the Mighty Lemon Drops. And welcome, guys. How's it going? Hello. This is Larry King. Hello.
Our first
are they there?
I'm trying. 1 second. Stand by.
Okay, you seem like Di. You know, Mark Westwood. Hello? Hello, Nick Ziegler and Dave Newton. We have everything ready to go except you. Hello, gentlemen.
He should be there.
I can hear them. Nick and Dave, are you there? I hear them in the background, but for some reason, Mark, there is nothing. Hello?
Hello?
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
We can.
Okay, Nick?
Yeah, hey, Poorman, how you doing?
Dave?
Hey, what's up, man? It's been a while.
It's been a while. The interview I did, it's so funny because Nick, of course, he has archives of everything I've ever done somehow, and I did an interview with the Mighty Lemon Drops, your band. Which how many hits did we play on K-Rock? Was it just Inside Out? Was that the one hit, or were there more?
There was a few. There was Inside Out. There was one called Into the Heart of Love. There was one called Where Do We Go From Heaven, which would have been around the time that you did the Request Videos interview with us.
Right, we had you on Request Video. What year were the Mighty Lemon Drops happening?
The year we were on Request Videos was 1990. Inside Out came out in 1988.
Wow.
And our first record came out in 86, 87. All that and the one with Inside Out was 88. And the one when We Met You was 1990. We were on the Ocean Blue and John Wesley Harding.
Oh, you were doing a concert with them, right?
Yeah, we did a full tour. We did a 4-month tour.
Oh, right. I totally remember that now. Okay, listen, I want to play your song because we're so tight on time. This is Inside Out, so go ahead and tell us a little something about it and we'll play it.
It came out in 1988. It was from our album World Without End. It was, the lead-up track of the album, and it was the closest thing we had to having a hit single. It wasn't really a hit single. It was a minor hit single, like, across the world, but unfortunately wasn't a major hit single anyway. But you can't complain.
All right, let's take a listen. It's Inside Out from the Mighty Lemon Drops from 1988 through 1990.
Woohoo.
Mark?
Stand by.
Okay, we're standing by. Man, did you ever make any money? Did the Mighty Lemon Drops make you millions?
Nah. I have a nice house in Burbank. I got that out of it. But we didn't make millions.
Like Mary's Danish made you millions, right, Nick, when you were the drummer on their band?
I'm a millionaire.
Listen, at least you're in the 4019s now, where the two lead guys are criminal defense attorneys. They're bucks up, Chuck and John.
Yeah, they're making
okay. Yeah, here comes it Inside Out for the Mighty Lemon Drops.
Top Shelf Taco.
Mark, you want to put down their microphone? Is that it? That's the end of the song?
Oh, you want me to play the whole thing? Okay.
How much time is left, Mark?
We got about 53 seconds.
Okay, yeah, we'll finish the song. Come on, man. It's the first time it's been played in 25 years. And that's Inside Out by the Mighty Lemon Drops. And we have Dave Newton. Dave, were you the singer of that song?
The singer?
Yeah, are you the singer?
No, I wrote the song. I was the songwriter, but it was Paul who was the singer. Who did a great job on that song. But I did write the song. I was the guitar player.
Oh, you were the guitar player. All right, now listen, we're going to take one quick break here. We'll have very little time left. My guests are Nick Ziegler. He's a drummer of the 4019s. Love the 4019s. Also was in Mary's Danish back in the day, and he brought on Dave Newton from the Mighty Lemon Drops. They're collaborating right now. We'll talk to them for whatever remaining time we have left right after this.
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorian, Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorian, Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003. 951-687-6003. Or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman Show here on Kcaa 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, Go to BeatlesArama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesarama, thank you. Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper, coming soon to the IE. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-975-0944. That's 626-975-0944. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, life 315. Javita Coffee. The bumper music you're listening to is brought to you by Stavros. Go to their website, rosielynn.com. That's ROSIELYNN.com.
Okay, we got very little time left. I've got Dave Newton from the Mighty Lemon Drops and Nick from the 4019s. Hey, I've got that, guys. I've got that interview that I did with you in 1990 when you were in your apartment, when you were in a hotel room. I burst in on you and you were in bed, Dave, with somebody. I want to play that. We hardly have any time. Can we go out playing my interview with you guys in 1990?
Sure.
All right. Well, this will be the end of the show. I'll talk to you again. So thanks for being on. And here's my interview with Dave and the Mighty Lemon Drops 25 years ago from Request Video.
Folks, we have arrived at the hotel. The Best Western Inn and the Mighty Lemon Drops are definitely here. The Poorman is ready. You wonder, how can I drive a car like this? Because I stole it. Let's go this way and see if we can barge into the actual hotel room of the Mighty Lemon Drops. By the way, this is live. You can dial 714-977-KDOC. Get a video on if you want. Maybe talk to the band. And let's knock on the door and check out exactly what's going to happen. Oh, the door's open. Let's just go right on in. Oh, my God, look at this! Oh, no. Wait a minute. Excuse us for interrupting you. Are you guys the Mighty Lemon Drops? Yeah. What were you guys doing? So, hey, you guys, I've never met you guys before, right? No. So, but you don't mind if we just do like a quick interview, right? Because you guys are a rock and roll band. I mean, this type of stuff happens all the time, right?
Well, most moments, yeah.
Well, let me... Anyway, listen, why don't you guys introduce yourself? This is the entire Mighty Lemon Drops band, and we'll just start with you.
All right, I'm Marcus. I'm the bass player. How's it going? I'm Dave. I'm the guitarist.
Cool. Vocals.
I'm Keith. Just the other one. The drummer.
And I'm Poorman. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Careful. All right. Hey, well, listen, you guys are on tour right now, obviously. Now, this is where you live.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
California headline news. Operators of the ambulance stolen by a woman. Paramedics have been sent to treat in Fraser Park Wednesday. Say they backed off and let her have the vehicle.
We preached safety first. They followed protocol, removed themselves from the situation.
Mark Coram with Hall Ambulance Service. The woman ended up crashing the vehicle into a truck. Both she and the truck driver were killed. A Southern California man complaining about a run-in with a San Diego County Sheriff's detective who allegedly placed him in a chokehold.
He didn't make the effort to notify backup or call for a uniformed officer for what would have been nothing more than even a an alleged misdemeanor on the road.
The accuser's attorney, Sheriff's Department, saying it's investigating, but saying Detective Paul Ward appeared to use proper technique in restraining the suspect. Investigators say a man from Squaw Valley is responsible for more than 24 grass fires since 2012. Authorities arresting Michael Hamilton and charging him with 30 counts of arson. Geico weather, big winter storm moving in. Winter storm warning in effect in the Sierras. Jeff Scott, California News.
If you know the part number for your oil filter is R-85348, but can only recall that your wedding anniversary is sometime in June, then CarQuest Auto Parts is for you. That's because CarQuest Auto Parts is for guys who really know and care about their car. And right now at CarQuest, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high mileage motor oil and a CarQuest Standard Series filter for $23.99. CarQuest is serious auto parts.
See participating stores for details.
Geico presents 15 Things to See and Do in California. The J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles seeks to inspire enjoyment and understanding of the visual and performing arts by collecting and exhibiting works of outstanding quality and historical importance. The experience is enhanced by the unique setting of the museum's 2 renowned venues, the Getty Villa and the Getty Center. That's one of 15 things to